Who's got it better than us? Nobody!
What's up, everybody? I'm JT Magnum and welcome to NinerNews. And I made that video telling everybody to relax, and then as soon as I make that video, what happens? Chris Borland retires. Come on, Chris Borland. Why would you do that to me? I made everybody stress out even more. But anyways, just to let you know, he did not retire because of Jed York or Trent Baalke. He retired because of his own reasons. Obviously, he didn't. He had some difficulty with concussions. He looked at some former players, what things would happen to them, and he didn't want to go that route. So, being the man that he was, he just retired. Just basically decided to retire and walk away from the game. So kudos to him for doing it. It sucks because the Niners, wasted basically a third-round draft choice on him. I wouldn't say wasted. He had a great season, but it's now wasted because he's now retired. So that kind of sucks, but it happens. Then a day or two after, the 49ers lose Chris Culliver and Parrish Cox pretty much in the same day. So both starting cornerbacks from last year are gone. Now, the Niners still do have inside linebackers and still do have up-and-coming corners at that position. A lot of people think that the Niners are just done because they lost their starters, but people don't realize the Niners have drafted for this. The Niners have prepared themselves for all the things that are happening. They knew Justin Smith was going to retire. They got Darnell Dockett for some assurance, obviously because Ray McDonald was released. They got him. They got Tank Carradine, who was playing amazing last year. They still have Glenn Dorsey, Ian Williams, and up the middle. This team is not this team is not prepared. In other words, this team is prepared for what's going on. These guys know what they're doing in a sense that they've drafted for this. They've prepared themselves for these people retiring, and they move on. That's a sign of a good front office, the good money management, good management. I know that it doesn't seem like it because people want what they want, and they only think of the short run. But if you think of the long term, the Niners have been prepared for this, and that's what they've been preparing for. So anyways, Keith Reeser and Kenneth Acker are going to be competing for the cornerback spots as well. Keith Reeser is an intriguing guy because here's a guy that not many people knew about. He was a highly graded cornerback. Problem was he tore his ACL, and the Niners picked him up. So basically redshirted him for a year, which is, I love when the Niners do that. They shell these guys for a year to let them learn, and then these guys come back healthy and they play well. That's what they've been doing the last few years. Justin Smith, you don't know if he's going to retire or not. We're still waiting to see what happens. My thought is he's going to retire. Hopefully he doesn't, because it'd be great to see the Cowboy back for one more season. But it doesn't look like that's happening. Michael Crabtree still looking for a job. Go figure. The guy who thinks he's worth more than what he plays, apparently. But, I hope he lands with a team. I hope it's just not the 49ers. I mean, I like what he did for us for the whatever years he did it, but we're moving on. We got a speedster in Torrey Smith. We got Anquan Bolden as our possession receiver. We don't need a bunch of possession receivers to get the ball. We need speedsters. We need guys that can make plays, and Michael Crabtree just hasn't been that, especially since his injury, especially what he did last year. Just didn't do anything. So not happy about that. But as for the inside linebacker position, I like the Niners to grab a veteran, maybe a Lance Briggs, maybe, I don't know, just somebody that's a veteran, smart guy to play alongside Navarro Bowman. I know we have Michael Wilhoit, and he's capable. So if we don't grab one of them, I like Michael Wilhoit in there. He's capable of doing it. But you definitely need guys like that to step in and play, and then draft an inside linebacker. I don't know if you guys know this or remember this, but Navarro Bowman, when he was drafted, I think it was 2010. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that, but he was drafted in the third round, 2010, I believe. Takeo Spikes was the guy. It was Takeo Spikes and Patrick Willis up the middle starting that year. Navarro Bowman had 1 year off of basically learning. He played a little bit, but not a lot. And he got to learn under Takeo Spikes, and then next thing you know, the next year when the Niners went to the NFC Championship, that was the year Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis were in the middle, and they eventually lost to the Giants in the NFC Championship in 2011. So, like I said, it's good to take a year to learn under there, but you got to draft these guys. You got to draft an inside linebacker, and I'll get into who I like at inside linebacker in another video. I still have my cornerbacks, defensive tackles, defensive ends, and inside linebacker choices for the draft videos that I need to bring out that I'm gonna have to be doing soon because it's almost draft time coming up in a little less than a month. So I want to bring you guys those videos. But yeah, those are the people that I like. Also, the Niners, don't worry, folks. The Niners are a team that a lot of people think they're not managing the cap right, that they're not doing the things, they're not grabbing the right people, they're not they're not basically managing the cap correctly. I see all these articles on ESPN written by Paul Gutierrez, who I don't know him personally. I don't really know anything about him. I just know that when I read his articles, it makes me cringe because half the time they're jabs. Like, he's a 49er, supposed to be a 49er beat reporter for ESPN, but yet he's always taking jabs at the Niners. He's always taking jabs at Cap, always saying bad things about Kaepernick. How Kaepernick, is he actually learning, or can he be good, or can he, he's always saying something bad about the 49ers. You never see anything good about the 49ers. The Niners lost so many players. Oh my God, the Niners are doing this, the Niners are doing that. What are they going to do? Are they going to suck this year? Are they going to be good? How are they going to be good when they lost their coaching staff and these players and this and that? This guy, even last year he was doing it, and I just don't like the way he reports for the Niners. They used to have a guy named Mike Sando who was amazing. He was a very non-biased approach. He just, talked about the news, talked about the Niners in good and bad fashions, critiqued them well, was very understanding, it seemed like, in his writing philosophy. And this guy Gutierrez is just absolutely horrible. So if you ever get a chance, you want to go to ESPN.com and check out the Niners team section where he writes. Feel free to say anything you want against him, or feel free to read his articles and tell me what you think, because they're horrible. They're horrible articles. And I mean, he even said that the Niners don't even know how to manage the cap. Yet I read this thing from Peter King from Sports Illustrated saying that he talked to the guy from overthecap.com. I believe that's what it's called, overthecap.com. It was a popular site, lets you know what teams are managing what in a salary cap. He said the main guy from Over the Cap, basically the one who runs the site, basically said the 49ers and the Patriots are the best two teams in the NFL at managing the salary cap. They know how to manage their players and manage their personnel and manage it right and correctly. Those two teams. I think those are being right next to the Patriots is definitely doing being one of the best teams in the NFL managing his salary cap. Wouldn't you say so? But yet you go to read this article from Paul Gutierrez saying the Niners are over the cap and they're not doing right. They only have $300,000 under the cap. He has no clue what money they have. He's just going by, I don't even know what numbers. I don't even know where he's getting the numbers from. So let me know what you guys think, how the 49ers are doing managing the cap this year, how they're managing their players. I know they lost a lot of players, it seems like, but I think they prepared for these situations, preparing for veterans to leave and bringing in new guys to fill in those roles. And tell me what you think, how the Niners are doing, period, this offseason, minus the coaching staff. I know the coaching staff isn't the coaching staff from past, but this is a very experienced coaching staff. These guys do have some experience. It isn't as if, they're brand new to the NFL. And some of these guys, sometimes it's good when you're brand new to the NFL because other NFL personnel, defensive coordinators, and things like that, cannot game plan against what they don't know what's coming. So sometimes that's a good thing. I know that people don't like to hear that kind of stuff, but try to game plan against people that you don't know what they're going to run. You've never seen their style of offense or defense before, so try to figure out what they're going to do. It's going to be hard. You can make adjustments during the season, but you don't know what adjustments they're going to make because they never had to make adjustments, some of them. So there you go. So anyways, let me know in the comment section what you think. Let me know what you think about the draft coming up, what players you think the 49ers should select. And that's it, all right? So for JT Magnum, Niner News, I'm out. Peace.